The next morning, Zahra found Amina, the girl she once comforted. Amina took one look at her face and whispered, "What happened?" Zahra hesitated, then pulled the hidden letter from her pocket. Amina read it. Her eyes widened. "The documents? Your father hid them." Zahra nodded. "And if I find them, everything changes." Amina grabbed her hand. "Then we find them." They couldn't tell anyone. Not teachers, not students. Because Zahra knew it now. The director wasn't just watching her. She was waiting. Since that night, Zahra felt it everywhere. Doors closing a little too slowly. Eyes following her in the hallway. Her name whispered, then silence. And the letter? Zahra never let it leave her body. So they waited for the only moment when the director would lose control of the school. Lunchtime. Noise, movement, chaos. Two girls blended into the crowd. One wearing a brown work uniform. One carrying a backpack too big for her shoulders. They walked straight through the gates, and no one stopped them. What Zahra didn't know was that the director saw them. That same afternoon, the director made a phone call. Not to the police, not to the school board, to the bank. She spoke calmly, professionally. "I'm calling about a minor named Zahra Michael. She's emotionally unstable. She may attempt to access documents that do not legally belong to her, and I am responsible for her care. I just wanted to warn you," she said. And when she hung up, the director believed she had won. Zahra felt it the moment they arrived. The building from the letter. Tall, cold, a massive gold door. And there he was, the guard. The same mustache, the same eyes. Zahra froze. Her breath caught in her throat as the memory crashed into her. Her father laughing, holding her hand, saying, "This place protects our future." Amina squeezed her fingers. "We're here," she whispered. "Don't let fear decide." They stepped inside. At the reception's desk, Zahra spoke softly. "My father left something for me." The banker looked at her uniform, then at the letter, and his face changed. "I'm sorry," he said slowly, "but we were informed this afternoon that access to these items is restricted." Zahra's heart dropped. "Informed by who?" Amina asked. The banker hesitated. "Your school." Zahra felt the room tilt. The banker continued carefully. "We were told there may be legal concerns." Zahra's hands shook. Then she remembered something. Her father's voice. "If anyone ever questions this, tell them to check the second file." She looked up. "My father left instructions. Check the second file, please," Zahra said. The banker frowned. "Second file?" he repeated. He looked in his computer. Then his eyes widened. He stood up immediately. "Please," he said, suddenly respectful. "Come with me." In the safe room, he placed a metal box on the table. "This was sealed with conditions," he said quietly. Zahra opened it. Inside were not just documents, but duplicates. Stamped, certified, filed years ago. And on top, a notarized letter saying, "If anyone attempts to interfere with Zahra's access to this inheritance, that interference itself should be investigated." The banker exhaled slowly. "Your father anticipated resistance." Zahra's knees nearly gave way. Amina whispered, stunned. She tried to stop you, Zahra answered, and she failed. The director thought she had erased Zahra. Instead, she had left fingerprints everywhere. Because when the lawyer received the documents, he found something else. A phone record. A warning call. From the school. From the director. She hadn't just mistreated Zahra. She had interfered with an inheritance. That was no longer cruelty. That was a crime. That same day, he filed the proof with the authorities. Within hours, the investigation started turning in Zahra's favor. Because now the government didn't just have proof. They had a reason to ask a new question. Who benefited the most while Zahra had nothing? The next morning, the lawyer arrived at the boarding school. Not alone. With officials and police. The director tried to smile, pretending nothing was happening. But her face went pale when she saw Zahra walking behind them. Clean, calm, standing tall, like a child who had found her voice again. The lawyer spoke clearly. Zahra's inheritance has been proven legal. He stepped closer, and we've also received reports of what happened here. After her father died, the director laughed nervously and said, "She's exaggerating. She's emotional." Then an official opened a folder. "We have witness statements." Another added, "We have records of items sold. Phone calls to the bank." And then Amina stepped forward. So did 2 cleaning staff. So did a teacher. One by one, people who had stayed silent out of fear finally spoke. And the director realized she wasn't in control anymore. The truth was, the police searched the school and found receipts, valuable items listed, money taken, even tuition payments recorded under the director's personal name. She had used Zahra's pain as a business opportunity. And when the handcuffs clicked, Zahra didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She just watched. Quietly. Because she didn't want revenge. She wanted dignity. The director was removed from the school that same day. And the staff who had helped her were fired. Later that evening, the lawyer sat with Zahra. "You can leave this school immediately. We'll place you somewhere better, somewhere worthy of you," he said. Zahra looked around the building. This place had broken her, but it had also shown her something important. She thought about Amina, about the cleaning women who had secretly given her food, about the teacher who had finally spoken up. And Zahra said softly, "I will leave, but before I go, I want things to change here." The school was forced to reform. New director, new rules. No child was ever treated like property again. And before Zahra left, she hugged Amina tightly. Amina whispered, "You saved me first." Zahra wiped her tears. "And you saved me back." Within weeks, Zahra was moved to a safe home with trusted relatives of her father. One night, Zahra stood by her window, holding her father's uniform. She whispered, "Dad, you were right. They can take money. They can take comfort, but they can't take who I am." And for the first time in a long time, Zahra smiled. Not because life was perfect, but because justice had finally found her, and she was free. Thank you for watching till the end. Zahra lost everything, but she never lost her heart. Tell me in the comments If you were Zahra, would you have fought back or given up? Please like, share, and follow for more stories. See you soon.